Thank you so much. Well, have you ever heard of Courage Milwaukee? It is a group on a mission to provide a place for homeless young people here in our community who are LGBTQ. Many of these youth are homeless because their families refuse to support them. The group is having a very special homecoming to help support the work that they're doing here. We welcome Brad Schleikowski, who is a co-founder of Courage Milwaukee, and Joey Balistreri, who is on the group's board and president, actually, of the board. Great to see both of you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for being here, and I know we've met before. Tell us a little bit about why you founded Courage Milwaukee.
My husband and I did it because we were foster parents, and a lot of the teens that we got identified as LGBT, and they'd been turned away from shelters because of that. And to know that these children can be being kicked out because of how they identify, we thought that, well, if we can only take one at a time, why not make this bigger and maybe take 15 to 20?
Yeah, it's so heartbreaking to think about. You shared some statistics with us that there may be as many as 500 young people who are homeless and on the streets right here in Milwaukee. 40% of them identify as LGBT, and 26% of them who are homeless, you've determined, it's because their families have refused to support them because of who they say they are and how they identify.
Absolutely.
That's a lot of kids.
That's a lot of children.
And some of them are as young as, because you were saying you fostered people as young as 12 who were not supported and basically kicked out by their families.
Absolutely.
Families just can't deal with it, can't accept it.
I don't understand. Yes, they can't.
Joey, talk a little bit, if you would, about your experience. You're actually from the East Coast,
Sure.
right?
Yeah, so I grew up in Virginia. I went to undergrad in DC, and unfortunately my sophomore year of undergrad, my family found out I was gay, and I haven't actually spoken to them since. So sophomore in undergrad, I was, very scared and confused, and luckily I was able to take advantage of resources across Washington, DC that provided me an opportunity to be my best self and really change the trajectory of my life. So yeah, we're in a really unique spot now in this nonprofit to do the same and provide youth across Milwaukee an opportunity to be their best self.
It's so heartbreaking to hear you say that. You're such a great, young, smart guy, and to think that your family, because you were honest with them about your sexual orientation, that they said, then we don't want to be part of your life. I mean, and you're not the only one. I mean, there are a lot of kids who families are saying this to them and then they're homeless.
Sure. As a parent now, I certainly don't understand it, but I'm thankful for the family that I have now, the family of choice that I have, but also my extended family here in Milwaukee that have really provided a loving and support network that I've never had before.
One of the things that Courage Milwaukee is trying to do is put together this Courage House that's actually on Milwaukee's south side. So this is a safe place for young people to go where they actually have a roof over their heads,
A roof
right?
over their heads, and that they'll be proud to be calling it home. We want to remove the word shelter. We want to remove the word group home. Me personally, if I was 15, I want to be able to say my house is on X Street versus I live in a group home. I think that there is some embarrassment when they have to admit that, and we want to remove that for them and give them the life skills that they need to survive once they age out.
Right, because you want them to have the confidence of kind of owning who they are, and if you're embarrassed about where you live and where you call home, I can see why that's an important thing to address. You've also provided some incredible grants to high schools so that they continue to have the Gay Straight Alliance in the school, where people have a safe place to talk.
And be themselves.
And be themselves, as well as scholarships for high school seniors who want to go on to higher education.
Any higher education, whether it's trade school, anything. We believe that if we give them the resources and they use them, they will continue to be successful.
And you also have Courage Kits. I've never heard of this before, but it's basically the basic necessities that you provide.
Necessities. This year we've handed out over 3,500 of them to schools and shelters that serve any youth. Because of the community's generosity, we have so much that we can be distributing it everywhere.
The bottom line is there's a need for a group like this, right, Joey?
Exactly. Again, with my own personal experience, this goes beyond numbers for me. It's very personal. The opportunity that we have as a community, that everyone watching has, to provide a youth home for people across Milwaukee that identify as LGBTQ+ is a really unique opportunity and something we're really excited to offer in the coming months. And
it's wonderful. You have a special guest speaker too, Gregory Patterson, who's going to be at the homecoming.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
That's exciting. This is happening Friday, November 4th. People can put it on their calendar.
The 3rd.
Still,
Sorry.
Friday, November 3rd. Okay, I think we might have that date wrong, but it's 6:30 to 11, Friday, November 3rd. And you're also offering a promo code to our viewers, which is so great. In honor of Sweetest Day, I know you think the sweetest thing anyone can do is give the gift of love, safety, and home to a child, which is wonderful. So anyone who goes to shepherdtickets.com to purchase tickets will save $10 on each ticket, making them $15 each by entering the promo code SWEET. Oh, look, we already changed the date. There we go. Friday, November 3rd from 6:30 to 11 o'clock is the Courage Milwaukee Homecoming, which is fantastic. Great to see both of you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for sharing your story, too. I appreciate it. Nice to